friends, welcome to today's video. Myself Binish Abraham and you are watching Chemistry with Binish. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about effects of oxidation reaction. I hope you have watched the previous videos. If not, please go to the link and watch it. In our previous video, we have discussed about oxidation, reduction, redox reactions. So those who are not watched, please go and watch it. And for getting more videos, please like, share and subscribe this video and this channel so it will reach you and your friends. Okay, today's topic is effects of oxidation reaction. Effects of oxidation reaction. Yes, dear students, today oxidation reaction, we have learned that oxidation reaction is in two ways, either in the form of gain and lose or in the form of addition and removal. Now, oxidation reaction has different effects in our day-to-day life itself. It has some useful and it has some undesired effects. Let's discuss about some useful effects of oxidation reaction. What are the useful effects? I can tell you very easily, or you may know about it. Respiration is a common example of it. What is respiration? We know that all of the living beings respire. That is the existence. When you respire, you take in oxygen. So what is the use of that oxygen? It will oxidize the food we eat into energy, and we use that energy for doing work. And we know that another common example for effect of oxidation is combustion. What is combustion? So we have seen that first useful one is respiration and another one is combustion. We know that combustion means it is burning. Burning of fuels is called a combustion. Yes, dear students. Okay, so these are the two effects, useful effects of oxidation reaction. Now, in our topic, we have to study about two undesired effects of oxidation reaction. Let's see what are they. The first undesired effect of oxidation reaction which we have to study is corrosion. You know what is meant by corrosion? Maybe from the smaller classes itself, you are hearing this term, corrosion, rusting and all these things. Till now, maybe so many students are having a doubt whether corrosion, rusting are same or different. Let's see today. Okay? So, corrosion means it has a definition, a very clear definition. Corrosion has got the definition as it is the slow eating up of layer of any metal. Okay? It is the slow eating up of layer of any metal in the presence of some favorable conditions like air, humidity, some chemicals, etc. is called corrosion. Okay? This is the slow eating up of layer of a metal with some favorable conditions like air, humidity, chemicals, etc. That is called corrosion. So, corrosion has got some examples. Some examples in the sense which is more related to our day-to-day life. In that, the first example is rusting. Yes. So, rusting is actually what? It is the corrosion of iron. Iron particles when corrode, we call that process as rusting. Yes. So, what is rusting? The corrosion of iron particles is called rusting. Okay. Now, we know that if a freshly purchased iron nail, that iron nail will have a glue. Suppose that iron nail you left outside, kept open for a long time. So after some time, when you observe it, you can see it will get or it will acquire a coating a brown flaky coating will be there. And that coating we call it as rust. And what is rust? What is the chemical formula of rust? Do you know? It is hydrated ferric oxide. It is nothing other than hydrated ferric oxide. Let's see how a rust is formed and what is rusting. When iron article, as I told you, when iron articles kept open in air, that is in the presence of water and carbon dioxide from the air, it will form a hydrated brown flaky powdery substance. So that is Fe2O3.H2O, not CO2, which is O2 only. Okay, oxygen, in the presence of oxygen, water vapor from the atmosphere, iron particles will acquire a coating that is called a hydrated ferric oxide. This is called a hydrated ferric oxide and we call it as rust. Is it clear? Now another example. Second example is corrosion of silver. Corrosion of silver. We know that at our home we may have some silver utensils or silver articles will be there. If these utensils or articles are not well maintained by periodically or daily, what will happen? You can see a coating. That coating will be of a black color coating. A black color coating will be there. And it is because of hydrogen sulfide from the air will react with silver and will form silver sulfide, Ag2S. Because of that, we can see a black colored coating on silver, and that is also an example of corrosion. We can write the reaction like this: silver, which is solid, and hydrogen sulfide gas from the atmosphere will react together to form Ag2S, silver sulfide and hydrogen gas. So this is the corrosion of silver, which is another example of corrosion. Now let's see the third one. The third one is common thing, that is, first one we have seen that corrosion of iron, and second one corrosion of silver, and third one is corrosion of copper. You know, these three metals, iron, silver and copper, are having more importance in our day-to-day life, because almost all the articles, some of the articles and utensils which we are using are made out of these three. So corrosion of copper, what will happen to the same thing happen to like a silver? When copper articles are left over outside for a long time or not used for a long time, it will acquire a green coating. How does this green coating comes? It's because of oxidation reaction, and this green coating of copper is because of basic copper carbonate. And from where this basic copper carbonate comes? It comes from the humid atmosphere or air. Okay, so let's write the equation. So copper C2Cu plus CO2 from the atmosphere plus O2 plus H2O, this all from the atmosphere, humid air, it will give CuCO3 dot CuOH twice. This is the basic copper carbonate. Because of this, it will acquire a green color coating. So these three are the examples of corrosion. Okay, can corrosion be prevented? Yes, we know that prevention is better than cure. So we can prevent. Here you are going to study about how can we prevent corrosion. Okay, the important ways to prevent corrosion are painting, galvanization, alloying, electroplating, anodization, cathodic protection, enameling, etc. So that's about the corrosion. Now I have one more example of effect of oxidation reaction which is not desirable. Undesirable oxidation reaction. What is it? You know that is called rancidity. Yes, rancidity. Some of you may be experienced it also. Yes, do you have experienced? No? Let's see what is it. You know, at our homes, when the food items which is prepared by fats, oils or butter, if it is kept open for a long time, maybe which is prepared in the morning, and if you try to use it in the evening, which is not covered, kept open in the dining table, what will happen? We can see there is a change in the taste or odor. There is a change. And you know what is this? What happened to the food? Yes, it got oxidized. And that oxidization of food item is called a rancid food, and the phenomenon is called rancidity. Yes, dear students. So rancidity means it is the undesirable oxidation because it will cause spoilage of food and it is unsafe for consumption. So rancid food items we should not consume it. Can you prevent rancidity? Yes, we can prevent rancidity. There is not any problem. There are different ways to prevent rancidity. You know, you might have seen that your parents, your mother, after consuming the food items at home, the leftover food or the food which is left may kept in refrigerator. So what will happen? Refrigeration, proper refrigeration can prevent rancidity. Okay, so one of the methods for preventing rancidity is proper refrigeration. Or next one is, have you ever observed that when you purchase chips from the market pre-made, that chips packet was very fluffy, very bulky. You may think that there are more in the packet, but when you open it, when you tear out the packet, you can see that very less amount of chips are there inside. Why does it looks very bulky or fluffy? It's because one gas, that is nitrogen, is introduced inside the packet when it was packed. Do you know what is the reason? Because these chips were packed 2 or 3 months before. So we cannot think about a food item which we are eating after 2 or 3 months. We know obviously it will become a rancid. But to avoid rancidity, to avoid oxidation, they are used one antioxidant. The term is called antioxidant. So the antioxidant which is normally used is nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas is a antioxidant. So as you tear off, what will happen? The nitrogen will explain. So you have to consume that chips on that day itself. Otherwise it can cause some problems for your stomach. So the second method, using antioxidants. So with the help of antioxidants, we can reduce or we can remove the condition called rancidity. Now the third one, the food items should be kept in a closed container, packed in a closed container, airtight container. Do you know what is the reason behind it? Because after doing airtight, there is no oxygen inside. So if there is no oxygen, there will be no oxidation reaction will take place. So we can prevent this rancidity by 4 methods. First one, do you remember what is it? First one, by proper refrigeration. Second, by using antioxidants like nitrogen, BHA and BHT, butylated hydroxyazole or butylated hydroxytoluene. Then third one, by proper airtight container. We can use proper airtight containers for preventing the rancidity or oxidation of food items. Students, this was our topic, effects of oxidation reaction. I think it is clear to all of you. If it is clear, if you like this video, please comment, share and subscribe.